no choice but to go in and buy. I mean, following the plan, right? I mean, that's the whole point of this is build a plan, follow the plan, live with the results. I'm just going to run this through the whole year. If we do that, and at the end of the year, we'll look at the results. And if we lost money, obviously this plan wasn't a very good idea. My hunch, though, is that actually we're going to do fairly well with this. So I'm pretty optimistic. Whenever you see a situation where you have, the indicator starting to turn back up and you have the histograms heavily embedded one direction or other, in this case, buy setup where I had the country funds and the S&P 500 all very oversold in both the medium and short term, usually sets up one hell of a buy signal. What I would suggest is the best way to use this algorithm is just wait for these conditions. And lo and behold, I was quite surprised yesterday. Of course, you see that the breadth for the crypto top 30 was down very oversold. And at the same time, you see the crypto top 30, the short term, basically sitting like minus 90 or something along those lines. And medium term about minus 80 and change. So heavily oversold, which means that if I get any kind of bullishness coming out of this indicator, I got to get back in on the buy side. I really don't have any choice. And you can see, all the algorithm does is just tell you when the market's at an extreme one or another. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to buy higher or lower prices. But what we really want to do is we want to try and capture these big explosive moves that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies often experience. So, you might find that this waffles back and forth, buy signal, sell signal, buy signal. Then you get a buy signal and the goddamn thing just launches higher. So, I might be in here buying, selling, kind of like this, how I had to do 3 or 4 trades before, something actually caught. But nonetheless, last night, loaded up the algo and it update dates at about 9 p.m. my time. And you can see here, fast 10, slow 6.67, that's a cross. So I had no choice but to go in and buy. I mean, following the plan, right? I mean, that's the whole point of this is build a plan, follow the plan, live with the results. If we do 20, 30 trades, in fact, I'm just going to run this through the whole year. If we do that, and at the end of the year, we'll look at the results. And if we lost money, obviously this plan wasn't a very good idea. My hunch, though, is that actually we're going to do fairly well with this. So I'm pretty optimistic. It was fascinating getting ready for the hearing. And then all of a sudden, price just launched itself higher. No idea why. And what I think's happened here is this is sort of like a classic sell the rumor and then on the actual event, buy the news. That's what I think's going on. Now, does this have traction going forward? I have no idea. I mean, nobody really has any sort of crystal ball. If anything, what I do like to see here is, I'm a big fan of these W things. So you can see on the 4-hour basis, we have a nice W through that level. We're long and we're just going to be long until the algo tells me to not be long. I'm happy to be on the long side here, algo wise. But keep in mind, this is about like a once a month signal. So could we A, B, C, D out here over the next week or two and then roll back over? Sure. I'll stay long as this thing says to be long. As soon as it says to be short, I'm back on the sidelines. Actually interesting to see when we started out the day, the screen was very red, but I'm seeing a hell of a lot of green here. So if you are playing the crypto market and also the venture cap stock market, we'll have our stock pickers club meeting tonight. This was an idea out of a stock pickers club last week. Looks like the trade's working perfectly fine. Whole bunch of really cool names to chew on. If you play the junior stock market, or actually a senior stock market for that matter, if you play the crypto market, keep your eyes peeled. Never a dull moment. It should be an interesting few days ahead of us, especially with the look of that image. That's a good looking image.